Hi.
Hello.
That sounds good every week. I'm just like, well, I was singing earlier in my car to The Closer I Get to You.
That's
me and Beyonce.
About that.
Yes.
Me and Beyonce are doing what?
Neck. Young Beyonce, 2003 Beyonce, still young voice, still kinky twist Beyonce. We was, I don't know.
And I think that, and no shade, because I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking about how I want to start being more delusional, and I think that it would contribute to my success as a human being, and that just confirmed it for me, because you sitting here believing that you and 2003 Beyonce are on the same vocal level,
absolutely,
you might end up in a fucking musical one day just deluding yourself.
Off the strength, I have been so delusional this year, and I've felt more alive this year than I ever have, and I've been delusional.
I made a list of delusions in my phone. I want to make an egg for Gordon Ramsay. I want to teach Future about feminism. Okay. I want abs. I don't know how I'm going to get them.
Okay.
I want someone else to pay for my titties. I don't want to pay for them. But I made a list of delusions.
So let's go back to the first one. You want to make an egg? What kind of egg?
So Gordon Ramsay did this thing a long time ago where he was like, this is how you make the perfect scrambled egg. Because someone complained about my scrambled eggs to me. And I took that personally.
Saying what?
So they said they were over seasoned. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? And they were like, well, I prefer like the hotel style eggs. Like the
one that comes in a carton?
No, they don't come in a carton at fancy hotels.
Oh, fancy hotels.
The soft scramble, like super fluffy folded over eggs. So when I went on my mission to like look.
Well, what do you put in your eggs, baby?
So I used to put bullshit in my eggs. I used to season it like chicken.
Well, that's the fucking problem.
I've passed it. That was years ago. Okay. Let me land.
I'm finding it.
Let me land. So I used to over season my eggs, and then when I looked up, Gordon Ramsay came across my page, and he had all these tips and tricks, and was like, okay, well, I put creme fraiche in my eggs, and I take it off the heat, and you don't really need all that heat to cook the eggs. So after a while, take it off the pot, and then let the heat from the pan cook the rest of the egg, and that's how you do your fold over and your soft scramble. And I perfected my egg, and I've been doing it for so long that like now I want to give this egg to Gordon Ramsay to be like, I did this for you. Like almost in like a crazy way, just like I perfected this, and now I need you to taste it and tell me if it's right. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay,
that's crazy.
I love that for you.
Crazy?
No. Okay. Honestly, in my year of delusion, and then like I'm on two parts of it: being more delusional and being more realistic, and just kind of like doing things. So I get it. So hey y'all, I'm Mel.
I'm Tally.
And we're here at the Something Extraordinary Content House.
Yes.
That's where we're recording the episode. Please check them out at SC Content House on Instagram, by the way.
Beautiful fashions.
I guess this is going to my joke of the week, so we can just segue into it so we don't be here all day. We're doing good. We're good noodles.
And I need to eat. I've not had any food besides my pepperoni.
So this bitch has been pulling pepperoni out of her purse. She has a full pepperoni.
And what about who? I can't get whooped. That's all the decisions I'm making at this point in my life are based on the fact that I can't be whooped. If I want to eat pepperoni out of a bag, then by God, I'm going to eat pepperoni out of a goddamn bag. Because you know what it's going to be if it's not pepperoni? It's going to be potato chips. And I don't need to be eating potato chips. So let me get my protein.
I just feel like there has to be a better way.
I'm sure there is a better way, but this is where I'm at right now.
You just ripping pepperoni out your purse.
I'm going out of town, so I'm refusing to buy groceries until I get back. I don't want to spend my money on groceries that are going to sit in my refrigerator for 3 days.
Fair.
So pepperoni
I just made some salmon today because I bought it on Friday. Like, I'm going to cook, and I have not cooked. But now I was like, well, now I got to make the fucking salmon.
Slap it in the air fryer?
I sure did. I slapped it while I was getting ready for today. While I was in the shower, I put it in the air fryer. It smells so good, too. Anyway.
Yes.
Joke of the week. So I really struggle with doing things like entering competitions and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's so hard being you. But like,
who said that?
No, I'm just making fun of myself before y'all do. But just like, I don't like going out for things because I never get them. And it's not so much that I don't be good enough. It's because people don't be wanting to let me have things. And this is like college trauma. Like I went out for stuff in undergrad and organizations and positions, and I didn't get them. Not because I wasn't good enough, but because people was like, we gonna humble this bitch. So it's like, I was just like, you know what? Whatever. So the things that I do have is like things I went and grabbed myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I did this. I worked for this and got this and whatever. Because that's how you're supposed to work hard and get the things. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. So I was very, very reluctant to enter the comedy competition. So if you're in DC, please get the tickets. The link is in my bio. I made it to the finals for the Because They're Funny, the ABFF, thank you, Breakup Comedian of the Year competitions in DC. I did the semifinals in LA because I was already there, which is gonna go into my joke of the week. But I was just so fucking nervous. I was just like, I'm not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, who you think you are? I don't know, but you get in your own head.
Yes.
But I did it, and I really did a good job, and I was really nervous, like watching other comedians, because it's like, I don't really, we don't really consume comedy live because we don't like these people, right? Correct. But I really had a good time enjoying everyone's set or whatever, so I don't really get out much in comedy. Like, I do my work, I go home. So I got to enjoy the people. I'm like, damn, everyone's good. This is okay. Everyone's great. This is crazy. Shout out to the girlies. Shout out to Georgia. Shout out to Amber. Shout out to Andrea. Shout out to Chrissy. All the girlies who was in the competition. I'm like, damn, everyone's good, huh? So y'all really did do a casting call, and these are the best of the best, huh? Whew. So I went like 9th, and I was like shitting bricks the entire day. Like, when I tell you, when I have a show that I'm nervous about, like, I be shitting all day. I be pacing the room, whatever, just nervous. And I had a little bit of margarita before I got on stage. And I'll tell you, I left everything on the stage. Like, I really, like, my friends who came was like,
not even a whole margarita?
I've never, just, like, you ever seen that dude do the hookah before he went and did a slam dunk at the game? That was me.
That's funny.
And they're like, I've never seen you go this hard. Like, I have a joke where I make fun of my sister dancing nasty. And I usually just be like, I was on the ground. Like, I was doing this. I licked the microphone. I was nasty. Just like,
you're going to get scurvy.
My tongue has not fallen off yet. So, fingers crossed, knock on wood. But I was just really, really into it. So if you're in DC on September 28th, please come to the show. I need my people in the building. To support
DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Yeah, DMV, Maryland.
I know y'all know how to take the trains and shit.
I've texted FAMU, DMV people, like, bitch, show up, because we have a really big DMV community at FAMU. But yeah, that shit was very funny to me, and I managed to make it to the finals. It felt great. Once I was done off stage, I was like, whew. But also, I was already in California, which was perfect for the audition because I went to D23, and I wasn't really familiar with what it was, but it's basically Comic-Con for Disney. And I know
for Disney grown people. Okay.
For Disney adults, and I know you like to derogatorily call me a Disney adult.
Yes.
As a slur.
Yes.
And when I got there, so we got there Wednesday. Thursday we went to Disneyland, whatever, and I went to.
Weren't you just there?
I was at Disneyland in April.
How much Disney does... see, that's the thing. I don't understand how much Disney a person...
It's so much fucking fun.
How much Disney can you do? It's the same shit from April.
It's so fun.
Is it not the same shit from April?
Yes, but no.
And $40 hot dogs and
they give
germs
us gift cards. It's fun.
Okay, girl.
I mean, I'm not paying for it, so it's really, really fun.
Go ahead.
But it's the rides. Like, the rides are really fun. That's what I give Disneyland. After, like, being able to compare and contrast the two, the motherfucking Guardians of the Galaxy ride is the funnest ride that they done ever built.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
It's so fucking fun. So that's why I'm like, bitch, it's the same ride from April, and I can't wait. I hope it feels just like it did in April. Bitch, it's fun. Okay. And they got an incredible coaster, fun.
Incredicoaster?
It's
maybe I need to just give it another chance at some point.
Have you never been to Disney?
I've been to all the Disney stuff. I just didn't like it. I just didn't enjoy myself. I think the last time I went, I might have been 19.
Who you with?
My family.
Well,
who am I supposed to go with?
I mean, I don't know, pals or something. I don't know, but like, it's fucking fun, man. It's fun. So we went.
It's so hot. I'm sorry. I don't want to. I'm not trying to shit on your parade. Please go.
Yeah,
she said you can't because I got on the Incredicoaster.
Bitch, you're fucking up. Bitch, they say, bitch, come to Disneyland right now. We got some tickets for. Y'all have a great evening. This was so fun. I'm about to go get on the fucking Incredicoaster. But anyway, so they had us come during the daytime. It was D23 day at Disneyland. So like, it was a bunch of Disney adults. And I'd never seen Disneyland that packed. And then they had us come back for something at nighttime. So I went to the hotel, washed my ass, laid down for a second, and then went to leave again. So it's like around 8 o'clock. And I see people lined up outside of my hotel. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And everybody in Anaheim. So Anaheim is like 45 minutes to an hour away from LA. That's where Walt Disney was like, this is where I will lay my land, right? And he was like, clearly a Disney adult as well. He's like, oh no, they're lining up for D23 tomorrow. And I'm like, it starts tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock at night. Them folk was camping outside of the convention center.
Not my type of shit. No.
I said, you lying. So they can be the first to get merged, get to like the different experience. It was really, when I saw that, I said, oh, I'm not a Disney adult. I am a Disney embryo. I'm a Disney toddler at best, adolescent.
I don't want nothing
them folks was dressed up. So I get in there. It was like, you know, when Hillary Clinton was like, that was me. Cause I'm just there in my cute little outfit and my little ears on and my little sandals. It was my favorite costume. It was a little person. It's a little woman.
Okay.
She was dressed as Edna Mode.
I'm
with
sorry.
The bob, the outfit. I was gagged, bitch. I said,
was she doing a little...
you have such an advantage over everyone in this conference with your costume. The next day, she was Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph.
Was her bob moving when she was Edna?
Yes. Yes, it was. I wanted a picture so bad. I was like, I don't want to be like you. But I guess it would. Everybody wants to be a spectacle, but I felt weird.
I would have asked.
The next day, she was Vanellope. I'm so mad I could not find her to see what she was on the third day. When I tell you the white girlies had princess dresses that they had been working on clearly all year. There was one person dressed as Maleficent on the top, but she was in a mechanical dragon suit.
I'm sorry.
One group of friends.
This is just furries adjacent. This is
kind of like furries, but it's less sexual and weird. Everyone's having a good time, but it's like Comic-Con, but just Disney stuff. So then you have the Marvel people, you have like the princesses, you have the and
this is all grown people. There are no kids.
No, I don't think I saw many children there. It was so much fun though, and it had like different panels. It was basically Essence Fest for Disney nerds like myself. So they had stuff during the daytime, and then at night, again, we all of us, the black folk, the black influencers, we were just there on bias. We didn't really know what's going on. We were just having a good time. And they were like, okay, meet downstairs at 4:00. We were like, bet. These people drove up a bus that was themed for Agatha all along.
I saw that on your story.
It was a party bus. We on the double decker. They had one of the friends, like in our little group. He was DJing. He rode, and he was doing like Disney mixes and Cheetah Girls and stuff to the arena. We get to the arena. They have a party for us. We're drinking. We're having awesome shooters. Having a great time.
Awesome shooters, my awesome friends.
Just awesome. And then the nighttime was like clearly like Essence concert, but it was like a Steve Jobs Disney kind of presentation.
I saw that. Now that I would have lost my shit about.
We were in there like, Incredibles 2, I mean 3, 2025. So he's like, Steve Jobs, okay, and you know you guys, Frozen 3. We're like, that shit was.
I learned something about Disney. I need to tell you. That reminds me.
Okay, text it to me because I didn't say anything. No,
I'm
I tell you that shit.
Here.
Right here.
When you're done.
Oh, okay,
yes.
That shit was so much fun. So like the first night was like TV movies. We're losing our shit. All the different announcements, all the different casts coming out. The Rock came out.
Anika Noni Rose came out.
That was the last night.
Okay.
So she came for something different. First night was just TV. We saw Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis. I was still.
Yeah, because
give that lady her Oscar. Second night was parks. We didn't go to the second night, but that was like all the parks. So they announced that they having like a Monsters Inc. ride and a Villains Land. That was lit, but like we weren't there. We was like, we going to Dave and Buster's tonight. And the third night is when I went to that night. So that's when they did the Disney Legends, which is like the Disney Oscars. So they honored people we know, like Jamie Lee Curtis, Miley Cyrus, Angela Bassett. So when Anika Noni Rose came out, they were honoring the animator.
Okay.
So that's why all the princesses came out, because he animated every single one of their movies.
Okay.
I was in there crying like I was at church. Like you would have thought I had really just found
the Lord.
Confess Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. When I saw Jodie Benson pop out.
Yeah, that would have got me. Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah. So I realized I'm not a Disney adult and I really need to step my game up.
You're a Disney adult.
But like it's levels.
There's levels, but you in there. You in the door.
There's certainly levels. And
you've been to Disney twice in a calendar year, and it's not October. So, thrice. Excuse me.
I went to Disneyland twice, and I went to Disney World once.
You've been to something Disney in 3 times.
To be fair, they're inviting me to these things, and I'm not paying my American money.
But like after the second invitation, I'd have to be like, "Hey man, enough of this Disney shit." That's how I would feel.
No,
I get it. No, I understand. What I learned about Disney is that Epcot was originally planned as a real town.
Yes.
And it was supposed to like have a church and a school, and it was supposed to be like the center of the city was supposed to be one thing, and then the next thing was supposed to be the next thing, and then the next thing was supposed to be the next thing, and that was a thing. And I'm like, Walt Disney is a crazy person.
Oh, you're Walt insane. Disney. Like I have like this little micro obsession with Walt Disney. Like I love watching Walt Disney because he was a wild boy. Like so, you got me nerding.
Nerd out. Go ahead.
You got me nerding. So Howard Stark. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Tony Stark, Iron Man.
Yes.
His dad, that character was based on Walt Disney. So have you seen any of the Iron Man films?
Yes.
So like he would be in there like talking with the black and white and with the screen. They got that from Walt Disney because Walt would set that tripod up and get his little models and shit. So his original vision. So when he was scouting a location for Disney World, because Anaheim is really like the capsule small, the land is small. Like you can drive down the street and see the rides. That's how small Anaheim is because they don't have as much room. Coming from Florida, he bought a city. Disney is its own city out there. Lake Buena Vista,
right?
Zip code.
Disney.
They could build 10 more parks and still have land out there. So the original
it's weapons out there. Then conspiracy. That's.
But no, did you see in the news when Disney and the governor of Florida was beefed out?
Yes, I did. Yes.
We're Disney. Who are you talking
bullying?
to?
Yeah.
So they have, and they low key kind of put Florida on the map like that because it was such cheap land at the time. So they built so much around Orlando because Disney is the heart of it. So like Disney has its own fire department, police department,
as it should,
because it's its own like thing. So his original, they put Epcot. He died. So okay, watch the Imagineering story on Disney Plus if you have time.
Okay.
So his original vision was Epcot, right? But he died before Disneyland even kind of broke ground. So that's why Epcot's kind of weird. People didn't get it. Like before, Epcot used to really, really suck. Like growing up, like we're going to Epcot. I don't want to go. But now it's fun. Like I went to Epcot. I was like, okay.
This is not.
Okay, Epcot. It's fun stuff now, but it was supposed to be like his futuristic city, which is kind of the vision that he had with buying all that land anyway, because he wanted to be its own city, which is kind of what Disney is. And they kind of like used his vision a little bit because they were even saying like this ain't really what Walt had in mind, but we was like let's give the baby something because he really had a vision for Epcot to be this. It's like a acronym too. I can't remember what it meant.
I think sometimes people and their visions are a little dangerous, and so like be it like them perishing or be it like shit just not panning out, I think sometimes that's okay. Because if Disney was actually allowed to execute his vision, and then as technology became more technology, using that, all of America might be Disney by this point if he was alive, or if he had like had the chance to really do what he wanted to do. Because who knew where it stopped? Because a bitch like me, I might give you 65% of my plan, but really the rest of it is unhinged, and I got to keep it to myself.
Like, yes, come to my city,
right?
All the men cage, all the men. Right. Get in there.
Right. So,
no, yeah, I understand. And did you see, like, the teachers are doing, like, a town now? Like, when some cities...
So, boom, company towns. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about company towns and how they're so dangerous. And if at any point your employer tries to tie your living situation to your job, you should big fat not do it. So, some city, I believe in California, hey, teachers, we'll give you this apartment at a discount or free or some shit like that as long as you work here. That is one of the first steps. I don't know. I think the book is called Parable of the Sower or something like that. I forget the name of the book, but it's like Handmaid's Tale, but different with more details about different stuff. That is not a good idea, guys.
Don't do it.
That's what it is.
The economy's so bad. Aren't you so poor?
Don't you want somewhere to live? Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
I think if I had to predict, if I had to put my predicty hat on, I think Amazon and other entities are going to start
putting like dormitories.
Yeah, doing that as well. My joke of the week. I have 2 jokes of the week. So I went to the movies with my little brother. I'm so glad that my little brother's at an age where he can just meet me places now because
he drives. They let kids drive now.
He's 18.
He
goes to college.
Don't like it.
Anyway. So I was like, meet me at the movies or whatever, because I didn't want to drive all the way out. I didn't want to go all the way out to Decatur. So he was like, okay, I meet you at the movies. So we were going to go see the Twisters movie, which was, I didn't hate it. It was nice.
I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a good time.
And that white boy, Glenn.
Let me tell you something.
That's a nice white boy.
I do not enjoy white men. There are very limited circumstances under which I would exchange fluids with a white man. However, Glenn. I was looking at that shit like, hold on. Do you want me? Do you wanna love me like that?
That white man be white man on the screen.
But I digress. So
he's fine. Yeah.
I'm on the phone with my brother and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk over to Publix and get some snacks. Do you want something? And he's like, yes. So I'm in Publix. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna get my snack for the movie. I'm gonna get some other shit I need because I had my Never Full, and I'm gonna get his shit. So I ended up getting snacks and a bottle of wine. we're going up the stairs to the movie. And in my mind, I'm still the parent in this situation. Like, I'm still the trusted adult here.
Yes.
We're going up the stairs. It's a cop checking bags.
Yep.
And I start freaking out. I'm like, hey, it's just Cheetos. Excuse me, I can explain. It's just Cheetos and it's just wine. I'm sorry. I don't mean no harm. I didn't know he was going to be here checking bags. And he was like, ma'am, we're looking for weapons. We're looking for guns.
This is literally Atlantic Station, and little Rilo Rodriguez is coming
Lil
and bringing
Walk 'em down 9,000 is
bringing
Dracos bitch to the movies, and we're trying to make sure.
I don't give a fuck about your Cheetos.
And my brother, when I say I've never seen a teenager whip out a phone so fast, I just know he was telling the entire family that I freaked the fuck out in the theater because I was already tired. And I'm like, listen, it's a full bottle of wine in here. I wasn't even planning on drinking the whole thing. This is for me to go home. I Ubered here, and the cop was like, you could tell the cop. You ever talk to a man that just by how he's acting, he's already sick of another bitch, and then here you
it's like, here's a new bitch.
Here's a new bitch to get on my nerves. He did a deep, exasperated sigh, like he was sick of my shit, but through somebody else. He was just like, I was like, I thought I was getting arrested. So there's that. And then my second joke of the week is I like to go outside when it's raining, and I have a covered porch now. So what now?
You are such an auntie. You sit on a porch while it rains?
I sit on the porch and have my tea or my wine.
Also, let me tell you what else is in her purse. So as I was walking,
Melanie, don't do this without context.
Oh,
You really pissed me off so bad. Go ahead.
I'll add the context, but this is why it was funny because I didn't have context when it happened.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
So as I was waiting to get into the studio today, I was outside for a couple minutes, and mosquitoes tore my legs up. So when Tally comes in, I'm like, girl, these mosquitoes done tore me up. And Tally goes, oh, would you like some Skin So Soft? And for those, I know we got some Gen Z nieces on here. Skin So Soft is a lotion from Avon ladies that is a great mosquito repellent and helps with mosquito bites. Sure. But why do you, as a 90s baby, have Skin So Soft on your person? So I'm like, yes, but what the fuck do you mean you have Skin So Soft in your purse, bitch? Well, okay, give the context.
So my coworker is an Avon lady, and I didn't even know that until she gave me Skin So Soft. But I had been complaining that, like, I'd ordered this super strong... What, Skin So Soft?
Yes.
I'd ordered this super strong mosquito repellent, and it fucked my nose up. It was making me sneeze, and it was irritating my skin. So I was telling my coworker, I was like, you know what I need? I was like, I need some Skin So Soft. Because I never got bit by a mosquito when I was wearing Skin So Soft. I used to get so mad
and we used to love Skin So Soft.
At old people slathering me in Skin So Soft before I went outside. I looked on Amazon. It's like $40 now to buy. Absolutely not. $40. So I was just talking to her about it, and she didn't say nothing. So today, she had a bottle of Skin So Soft on her desk. And I was like, I've been looking for some Skin So Soft. And she's like, it's for you. And I was like, thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so now I got some Skin So Soft. And I got a plug, too.
No, you have Skin So Soft.
For Avon products.
It was just so funny because, like, Skin So Soft, I haven't heard that name in years.
I haven't heard that name in years.
As a cold case watcher, how many times people say that is so funny. Like, Cold Case is just my favorite show. I'm going to be so sick when I'm running out of episodes to watch.
Just start them over. Do a brain wipe. Act like you've never seen it before and start it over. Yeah.
Start over. I'm like on season 6 right now, but I hop around a lot. So it's still pockets of episodes I haven't seen. That shit's so funny. Okay. Let's do some letters.
We just gotta live.
And also, get on the Patreon. It's Jokes
get
on You
Patreon.
Podcast. Like, patreon.com/Jokes on You Podcast.
We're on there. I'm in the communities. I'm out in the streets. I'm out in the trenches. I'm there. So people be thinking they talking to you in the little, it's like kind of like we got a Discord apparently now too. I have to hop on there. But the community chat is kind of like a Discord, and people be thinking they talking to you, and it's so funny because I'm like, what am I, chopped liver? You hate me? What the fuck? This ain't Mel. This Tally. What?
What they saying?
Nothing, man.
Like, oh, you're so thick.
No, somebody posted that you were in the thing.
Oh, on my mama, which is
and they were giving you your flowers, and I was just like, it's me. Oh. It's me.
So I need to go in there, but I've muted Patreon notifications on my phone because I would be getting the notification and the email at the same time. It was driving me insane.
Yeah, I only do it for my laptop.
So, okay, yeah. So if I had to, Patreon had to go on quiet because the emails and what you call it at the same time, it was too much. Well, I guess I'll go tip on in there. Okay, here's this letter because she sent a photo follow up. I'll try to put it somewhere that we can both see.
Okay.
So, friend, it's too goddamn long.
We're gonna have to do that one.
That's a Patreon.
Wait, is it juicy?
She sent a follow up with a bunch of pictures, so like it seems messy. So we can read that on the Patreon. That's too fucking long. Okay, this one.
We have an Am I the Asshole? That's fun.
Yeah, I really shouldn't be sharing this with you. Oh well.
Why is it written like that? Is this a poem?
Oh, this is not a letter. This is spam.
Yeah, get away from that.
Yeah, let's just gonna delete that.
Oh, this is about the shit thinking.
Oh.
I don't think this is a letter to be read.
Yeah, this be messy.
I don't think they asking a question. It's just messy.
Yeah, y'all is mad.
Y'all be attractive.
See.
And messy. Hot and messy.
Y'all, this is messy because I was like, who the fuck? Messy. Okay.
Okay.
This got a screenshot in.
Okay, go back to the first one then. We're just gonna read the first one because that one looked good.
That one did.
Should I get my bitch back? Because let's see.
Okay, you
want me to start? Okay, hand it here then. I'll just pass it back.
Can we put it here? Is this okay?
Can we put this up here, Brandon? That felt like a no. I'm just gonna move it. Okay.
I also would like to read it though. I want to read as a family.
Okay, here we go.
I can't fucking sit. We put it
up. Son
of
a bitch.
Just be your ass about it. I'm sorry. Put it right here. We can both see.
You gonna whoop us?
I mean, that's how you make your decisions these days.
Is it blocking our face? You can still hear us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey y'all, I love y'all down. Thank you. LMAO, I'm an auntie and I always wanted to say that. I know this looks long, but I promise it's a quick and juicy read. Okay, let's get to the point. Last year, I accomplished a goal I had been working on for the previous 3 years, which is to buy a house for me and my son. Congratulations. I was ecstatic about it as my house is bomb as fuck and exactly what I always wanted. Well, because the economy is shit and because we were in a great place, me and my then boyfriend at the time bought it together, meaning we're both on the loan, but because I had been saving for a few years, I pretty much provided all of the upfront funding, the earnest money, down payment, furnished the entire house, etc. We got money. I wasn't tripping because this was my goal, so I was prepared for it, and his income/name was needed to help me get the loan. Also, initially, he felt really bad about not being able to contribute, which made me feel like he'd step up when it counted. That shit was a lie, LMAO. Our agreement was that because I did everything up front, I'd only pay half of the mortgage, and hold on. I'm about to get mad. He'd handle half, all the household bills and other half until we broke even. This is what he proposed. Unfortunately, he was only able to keep this up for about 2 months before I realized he needed help. Not because he told me, but because while I was working from home preparing for a call in September, the electricity got cut off. LMAO. LMAO my ass. That ain't funny. I was pissed to say the least. I had to figure out how to log in to pay it since he didn't answer my text or calls for almost 2 hours. To add insult to injury, it was Beyonce week, so paying a nearly $700 electricity bill cut into my Houston B money. I'm going to keep going and you can start right there.
Okay.
Fast forward to December when I noticed that the money in the joint account was dwindling instead of building as I was coming closer to pay the mortgage. I asked him about this about 3 or 4 times, and each time he answered with an attitude saying the money would be there by the 15th. The mortgage is deemed late if paid after that date, and not to worry about it. Sure enough, on the 15th, not only was his half not in there, but not even a full $1,000. He can piss me off. Full $1,000. So I was forced to pay in total by myself while still providing Christmas for my son and prepare our house to host our families for Christmas, since it was our first Christmas with the house and everyone wanted to come over. Side note, he makes about $30,000, $45,000 more than me, and the only way I was able to pay more bills than him was because better money management and picking up a second job or side hustles. I've been a parent since 19, so making a way out of no way has become second nature to me.
Whew. At this point, I communicated to him that the way things were going wasn't sustainable, period. I've been financially responsible child sibling since I've become a parent, and the burden of taking care of everyone else had become too much to shoulder. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a milkshake on the way here. The reason I felt for him so deeply is because initially he proactively lightened my load. I was able to just be a girl around him for the 2.5 years before we moved in together. Excuse me. Oh my God. All my body functions when it come when it's okay.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to help. My bad.
Being catered to, doted on, and pampered anytime we were together. So the 180 he pulled when we moved together really fucked me up, as my nigga basically shape shifted from my saving grace to my dead waste. Ooh.
Bars.
No matter how many times we had the convo about financials, him not cleaning up after himself or his son. Oh, he has a kid too.
It's 2 kids in this one.
Or the lack of respect from it and discipline for his son. Nothing got better, and ultimately I broke up with that nigga and told him they had to go in January. Period. We agreed that to not disturb his son's schooling, we just wait until May when school was out for them to move. We also agreed he paid half of the mortgage for the time he was there. Ouch. Well, he decided on May 2nd to inform me that he would be moving the 28th instead of paying half the mortgage. Oh, wait. Okay, he was only going to pay $700 because he thought the oven and washer would be leaving with them, so that this is how we compensated for his contribution. I pointed out that not only did that shit not make sense, being that the nigga hadn't purchased groceries one time the entire year he'd been here, but he also benefited from all my upfront efforts. Also, that he had already agreed to everything via text. Nigga basically told me too bad and to figure it out like I figured everything else out.
Oh.
I immediately changed the lock so he nor his grandmother or son could get in. Wait, is a grandmother too?
How many people in this motherfucker?
And informed him he'd need to pick his son up from school as he wouldn't be able to enter the house once he got off the bus. Jesus. Shit was extremely chaotic. He said, fucking kids. Messy and childish that day, but ultimately he came by, got some things they needed for the week, and hasn't slept in my home since. His grandmother, who has dementia, moved in with us in November under the understanding that he'd find in-home care for her because I couldn't take any more responsibilities, nor could I do anything for her physically or mentally. I had been diagnosed with MDD months earlier and physically, what's that? Look it up.
I think it's got something, one of them D's is dysphoria, I think. MDD.
And physically, I'm 5'2", 140. Ooh, I wish. And my heaviest is
You think you're better than me?
Right.
You're 140?
No, you just had to say
I'm 5'2", 140. Yeah.
5'2". Okay, and she's a 5'9", one over 200 pounds. He decided,
it's a major depressive disorder.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, poor
he
baby.
decided after a week of her being here, she didn't need in-home care, which left me responsible for feeding her throughout the day while he was at work.
I would have wheeled that old bitch down the street. I'm sorry. Come get your fucking grandma. Don't piss me off. I'm sorry. Gertrude would have been outside. Now you come get this goddamn this fossil out of my goddamn guest room, or I'm gonna know something. Bitches, you crazy? Are you crazy?
It's not been 7 months since the initial breakup. In 3 months, we've been living separately. Sometimes I feel as if I prematurely jumped the gun, though. I know I'm impulsive and move on emotions, but also if I'm going to be the only one paying and doing everything in my home, I'm also going to live in this bitch by myself, period. He still hasn't shown any remorse or taken any accountability for his actions, but I feel like because IDK what made him switch up on me, I probably should have been more patient. I'm not a mind reader, and I tried only openly communicating, but love is supposed to be patient. I'm not really a lover girl, but this felt like my person for a very long time until it didn't. So do y'all think I did the right thing by kicking him out and all the extra drama work out of my life at home? Yes!
Okay. Do you want to go or should I go?
I mean, what more is there to be said?
Girl, first of all, the fact that the title of this is Should I Get My Bitch Back or Leave That Hoe Where He At?
Ooh, it's nice.
This is nice.
That is nice.
Girl, I would have paid you. I would have gave you some money.
This is nice.
And see, the thing about it is, this is how I feel like as women dealing with men. If we're going to hetero, fine. When you were a little girl and you thought of your husband, is this the behavior you saw? When you sat down and you thought of what your Prince Charming would look like, is it a nigga that would abandon an old bitch in your home and make you feed her? Is that what you saw? I'm serious. We're getting accosted. We're getting told to take this down. But yeah, that's not what you saw for yourself growing up. And if a nigga would leave his grandmother to you, imagine what he would do to you if you was sick.
You change a diaper.
Oh. Now I do feel bad for the children. Not to say that you didn't make the right decision.
Imagine man getting home from school that heavy ass book bag.
Let me explain something.
You know when the NFL players get cut and they don't find out until they try to swipe into the facility.
I can only imagine as a kid getting off the bus and not being able to get into my home. Like that would really like send me into a spiral. So that when I heard that part, I was like, damn, like Lil Day didn't deserve it. But
that's not funny.
But it's funny. But for the rest of that shit, because my thing is like, do I think every woman in the universe is finna be in a relationship where they're put up and they paying all the bills? That's the man's paying all the bills and doing everything. No, that's not realistic. That's just not the world that we live in.
Some people don't want that. I don't want that.
Speak for yourself.
I don't want that.
Okay. You're right. You did say I. That's fair. But anyway, that's not realistic. But he knew that he was faltering on the money when he started faltering on the money. And I think a lot of times we give men a lot of grace because men have so much pride. And it's like, bitch, I got pride too. But if some shit was happening with the house, I'm going to come and tell you so we don't end up in the street with our dick in our hand. Yeah. And furthermore, if you're not going to be providing monetarily, provision can happen in multiple ways. Cook some food. Fry a French fry. Help with some homework. Go mow the lawn. Bitch, if you just in here while I'm in here and you talking about some make it work like you always do, how about I make it work on your ass? How about I run you over? How about that? Since we're making it work.
And it's me in the goddamn back room.
Get this. You know what?
And like,
I don't even like old people. For real. Like, in my home. No, straight up. Like, that's just me being real. I feel like there are two types of people in the world. Some people prefer old people. Some people prefer kids. I don't like old people. I don't like the way that they smell. I don't like their old ass ideas. I don't like the evil shit that they be saying and doing. I don't like that they don't know how to use technology. People say don't be ageist. Whatever. I don't want an old bitch in my home. So if I got
Joe Biden can't come over.
Fuck no. If I got to deal with your old ass grandma, regardless, she could be the best old ass grandma in the world. Now it's my responsibility to feed her.
People with dementia be walking in the street. You got to watch them. Like, it's too much.
This is honestly, I said I was going to wheel the lady into the street. I wouldn't have done that. But you come get your motherfucking grandma. I swear to God, I'm going to make your life a living fucking hell. Come get this fucking senior citizen out of my goddamn home. And I mean right fucking now. Come get her, or the state's coming to get her. Get her the fuck out of here.
I think you have your answer, friend.
Hell no, you deserve better than that.
Do not get your bitch back. Fuck him.
He's another kid. That's another child.
It's like your kid, this nigga, his kid, and his grandma.
And he's lying to you about money. And he makes so much more. Listen, a nigga that make that much more money than you, that is irresponsible with money, will lose your shit on FanDuel. He'll lose your shit at the casino. He'll lose your shit rolling dice up against the side of the wall at the barbecue. Please.
Yeah.
Please. Next thing you know, you got a ATV in your driveway because he bought that instead of paying the water bill and the light bill.
They coming and taking your goddamn sectional because he done bet it down to the game. So, no.
And then what? Y'all get married? What? Now what? Because now you there. You get married. You got to go file paperwork on this nigga to get rid of him. Who? No, absolutely not. Leave that nigga where he at. Actually, push him further away.
So yes, booty hole.
Booty hole. You got something?
So, what celebrity needs to start what business that you would immediately like? Here, take our money.
What celebrity?
And it has to be ridiculous, obviously.
What celebrity needs to start what business that I would immediately be like, cash in your hand?
In your hand.
Let me tell you something. I think Corinne Steffens came up just a little too early, because I always think of the fact that, like, you know, like I said, I've been sucking dick for over a decade. I think I've gotten pretty good at it. I've had no complaints. 5-star reviews.
And that bitch had a Patreon.
Ain't nobody ever called me Superhead. Ain't nobody ever called me no sort of affirmative nickname with head on the end. You know what kind of dick that lady had to be sucking for people to call her? And she was sucking dick for the love of the game, because you're not even a prostitute. You get paid to be pretty. You don't have to suck dick. You're sucking dick because you like to suck dick. You like sex. Let me tell you something. If Corinne Steffens today could be like, How to Suck Dick, Volume 1.
If she had like a Patreon, OnlyFans ebook.
I don't even need to see it. I could read the words. Put it in Braille. I don't give a fuck. But I need the sauce. I need to know. Cause nobody has ever called any part of my body super anything.
Super nothing.
Super nothing. Super head. And granted, she's also coming up in a time where, like, the girls weren't sucking dick like that.
That was kind of revolutionary. Yeah. Because I'm sure there's a bitch at South DeKalb Mall right now that can probably outsuck Superhead.
Suck peanut butter through a straw.
It's bitches I went to high school with who probably...
I seen a girl suck a dick so mean at Alabama State on a balcony. I said, oh, bitch. You know how that tweet where the girl was like, I ain't never gonna tell no nigga he can't find no bitch better than me, because you just might. That lady was throwing that neck to and fro. I said, oh, okay, I'm out of my league here. And I was a young bitch too. I was like, she wasn't even sucking dick on her knees. She was just in a squat outside, and the nigga was standing.
Honestly, the squat is when you really can, like...
Oh, no.
So I know she was going crazy.
She was going.
Because the knee kind of only give you this. The squat.
She had a range of motion.
Yeah.
And you know, the nigga was one of these that like to twist and turn a lot, and she wasn't even. She was like, she had it. She had that nigga by the hips. I said, me and my Ciroc, me and my red berry. I said, this is private. I gotta go.
Oh, so this was like live.
I was at an apartment. I was at a kickback.
Them kickbacks.
And I was like 7 p.m. Friday, but whatever the song equivalent was to that at that time.
Run with that, Nina. Yeah.
So you know how you like to fuck off in the party, in the club, and just disappear? See, me, I like to go through people's shit. I like to see the layout of your home. Not in an invasive way where I'm going through your cabinets and drawers and shit, but I like to know what rooms are in here. I like to see the scuttlebutt. What's going on? Mm-hmm. So I said, you know what? This is around the time I first started smoking, so I was already a little too high for my comfort, and I made a choice. I said, either I can freak out and then ruin the party because now me and my friends have to go home because I'm too high. I said, or I can go outside and get some fresh air, and then I can just like be on the balcony, judge people's patio furniture, see what the neighbors are up to. Fine. I go outside. First of all, this is how I know both parties were engaged, because the door made a noise when I opened it. Nobody stopped.
No one had.
She wasn't surprised. She wasn't like,
did she even look?
She didn't even look. She didn't take her eyes off that meat. I said, because at the time, I'm 18? If I get caught sucking dick, especially, you know, HBCU, you get caught sucking dick.
Now you're a dick sucker.
Now you Madam Dix-a-lot.
That's a girl who's sucking dick.
She be sucking dick
college club.
on balconies. You know, I didn't want.
Balcony balls.
When she was older, she had to have been like a junior or something at the time.
Which is an elder.
She was an elder, and I was like, oh. But now, and I hate to say it, because she was a mean bitch too. Oh, she was mean as hell, and I see why you can act like that, because of what you're doing. But now, like, when I'm sucking dick and I think I'm getting tired, I'd be like, Kimberly would never stop here. Kimberly would finish the job. And so now I finish.
Good for you, friend.
Yeah.
I need to get back in my bag, because I used to really be out here naked. Because when you said I was like, well, you said I wander off in parties, which allegedly. I was like, well, I don't wander off to suck dick. Yes, I do. Back in my, y'all.
I be wandering off to hunch.
My 24th birthday party. We weren't friends at this point.
I'm laughing.
We hadn't met.
Because of a different reason.
You've heard the story?
No, go on. I'll tell you later.
There was a period that I disappeared in my birthday party.
I think you have told me this.
For like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on my cycle, if I remember correctly. I was so drunk. I was necking a young man in the corridor of the apartment complex.
In the hallway?
On another floor. Like.
Oh, Melanie.
I was so drunk. But I remember just gawking it up.
Man.
Gawking it up. And my friends were looking for me. I think another group of patrons had went to the liquor store. So I came back with them. Like, hey, I'm back. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. The next day, they was like, yeah, because you went to the liquor store. I was like,
no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. They were like, you said you went to the liquor store. I was like, and you believed me?
I be lying.
I'm a liar.
One thing I'm going to do is suck dick at my own birthday. If I don't do nothing else, I'm going to do me some hunching.
It's my party. I do what I want. If I want to.
If my birthday, especially if it's some shit where it's like a vacation or something like that, I'm going to suck me some dick on my birthday, and I'm going to do me some hunching.
Now,
and I'm
going to do some hunching. I don't believe in sucking dick on my birthday. If it's your birthday, come get your clock.
Come get your clock.
Come get your clock, man. I think that may be my new catchphrase. I said it yesterday. I can't remember what it was. Oh. Because when I was getting my tattoo, we was having a good kiki session. Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about like niggas not being shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. Niggas getting married, don't have no business being married. Mm-hmm. Just like usual shit. Mm-hmm. And I was just saying, like, you know, the girls do their time in undergrad. And like, I'm leaving here with something. Mm-hmm. Like, you've been with this nigga for 37 years and you hate him. Mm-hmm. But bitch, I'm getting my fucking ring.
Yeah.
And I was like, come get your clock.
Come get your clock. It's crazy.
Come get your clock. But sometimes you gotta come get your clock. Yeah. And if it's your birthday, come get this nut, baby.
See, the thing about it is, I think drunk me likes sucking dick way more than sober me does. Because, will sober me suck a dick? Sure. But drunk me be like, you know what will be good right now?
Some
dick in the mouth. Like, and sober me would never. Because, like, when I think of giving head when I'm sober, I'm like, you know what would be fine? Sucking some dick. And then I'd be like, nah. Drunk me, I'm like,
no, I just think of a time, like literally, like when I would get drunk back in the day, because I'm not like this no more. If I'm drunk off tequila specifically, like I will be like,
you seen that video of that man holding that beer bottle and he going like this, and then a nigga in the crowd like,
Where is it? Someone, let it go now.
You know what tequila I drank that had me? I was so disgusted with myself. I don't think I drank for a week, which is a lot for me. That Terramana tequila, which I looked up the reviews on it, and all the tequila experts were like, listen, it's garbage, like structurally. Like, it's not quality tequila, but it's gonna get you drunk. And I said, fine. You know, because when I buy tequila, because I'm not a tequila girl, I'm not looking to spend $65, $70 on a bottle.
Terramana be Terramana.
Right. I will do that on some whiskey, but not on some tequila. Man, I bought that shit. I would like to disconnect my goddamn jaw off my body. For real. Like, I lock my dog in the bedroom or in another room when I'm doing sex, and he be cool because it don't be taking that long. My dog started whining. That's how long I had been sucking dick. He was like, "Oh, Roof." Man, I was like, man, mommy's out here going to town. I looked back, because we did record it. I looked back over the footage. I said, oh, I must never have a sip of alcohol again in my life. Ever.
I need one of them nights. Honestly, I just think about like my highlights of life, like Dick Second highlights. And I think about the time I got drunk in New York, and like I was so drunk that I posted a story with this stranger boy, and he's like in my face, and he kisses me in the story on the cheek. But it was also like a
kiss on the cheek.
I uploaded it. Don't remember doing it. I don't know what I said to him. He takes me to the car. I do believe that there was some fellatio given in the car. Because again, I was drunk and I was just like, I got somebody. And
I gotta do something. You be feeling
but then I guess I did enough, and he was just like, it's time. And when he pulled the contraceptive out, like the light reflected off the magnet, and I woke up. And I think another time
I woke up
at an unnamed year of homecoming, and I was drunk in the car with this dude, and he was gonna drive me back home to my hotel, and I was so drunk off tequila, and it was almost like the Green Goblin mask. It was like, suck his dick, suck his dick. It was the Green Goblin mask. Oh God! The tequila was like, suck it. No, suck it.
You know you want to.
No. Suck it. Okay, back to the topic. So celebrity business. People have been dragging Beyonce all day because she has
and fuck y'all
business. It's a money grab. Duh,
she's a capitalist. First of all, we know. Stop telling us shit about Beyonce. She's a capitalist. All she want to do is make money.
Yeah,
okay. Yes, we know.
Yeah, she was.
What the fuck do you want?
Money. Everything makes money. Yes.
What do you want?
Why don't you start a business?
She told you her babies, her grandbabies is gonna be rich. You thought the lady was bullshitting?
Now, and for me, I'm not buying it. And you know what I did? Shut the fuck up about it.
I'm gonna buy it. I pre-ordered it.
I don't like whiskey. You already know that.
Yes, but I pre-ordered it. But also, like, all the niggas who make Don Julio and first of all, everybody else in the LVMH portfolio is also trying to make money. So that brand, that house that she's under, you think Don Julio is selling you Don Julio for kicks and giggles because it's fun, or they just want to give back to the community?
Even the album, you think she just strictly for the love of the game?
What do you want?
Free album? No,
you know what? And not to make it like a Navy versus Hive thing, but Rihanna will drop a lip gloss. She gonna drop some pots and pans. She gonna drop all kinds of shit, and I don't hear
Rihanna mattresses, all kinds of shit.
I don't hear none of this shit when she doing stuff. But then when it's Beyonce, and then the thing about it is Beyonce puts so much into her capitalism. Is it capitalism, and is capitalism morally bankrupt? Yes, but that sacred works.
Sacred is good. Sacred is actually really good. I think Beyonce's, because someone was talking about how Beyonce isn't a good business person, and versus a Rihanna. I think Rihanna, it's easier for Rihanna to sell things like, because it's not the best whatever the fuck on the market, but we like Rihanna because we know Rihanna. We feel like we have a more parasocial. Beyonce put that parasocial wall up at around 2011-ish.
After y'all said y'all was faking her pregnancy.
Right. So she says, fuck y'all. So we don't have that parasocial relationship.
And y'all are buying shit from Rihanna because you're trying to goad her into making an album. What y'all are doing is bribing. Y'all are buying that shit because you hope that lady gets in the studio. And Christina's gone. She's gone. So she's not making an album. So leave it alone. She's so much so that she had to submit the whiskey for the awards and certifications under a different name. So when people would do what they're doing now and basically say it's gonna be bullshit or that it's a money grab, she's like, no, like I did it. Like I did the things. I tried.
And it goes with the era.
Yeah.
What's your favorite celebrity business or product? I'll start.
My favorite. Go ahead.
Britney Jean Spears, you will always be famous. I'm going to keep me a bottle of that Curious on my dresser for the rest of my fucking life. That Curious and Fantasy perfume that you drop, bitch,
so
they
good.
still sell it at Walmart. I get it after Christmas every other year.
You can get it at Ross,
bitch,
too.
I'm going to purchase it. You put your biggest coochie lip in that fragrance, Britney Jean Spears.
You sure did.
That's one of my favorite not Beyonce, celebrity products. Beyonce's Heat was also good.
I have a bottle of Beyonce Heat. It's my in-the-house perfume because if I'm like, I like to, smell up, like if a man is going to be coming over, but I don't like to use my good shit because likely we finna be in here sweating. I don't want to sweat off my good girl.
It's your
fuck
perfume?
Huh? It's my fucking perfume. It's my pussy perfume. You know what I'm saying?
Pussy
Just
perfume.
smell look good because my mom always said you should never be smelling like skin in front of a man. And that is misogynistic in itself, but fine.
Sometimes misogyny be eaten. And
she ate that.
I was counting on misogyny to be on my side with what we were talking about earlier. And it was not. And I was very disappointed. I was
misogyny eats sometimes. Be on my side. But yeah, so that Beyonce Heat, I spray it on, and men will be like, what is that? But then I don't want to tell them, because then we're going to have a conversation about Beyonce, and it's going to be like, oh, Beyonce. And then if you say to me before we fuck something negative about Beyonce, no, I can't give you no pussy. So I'd be like, I don't know what this is. So let me get my nut first. Then I'll tell you where I got the perfume from. So if you piss me off, I can just put you out. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what other.
Oh, I got mine.
Go ahead.
Miley Cyrus used to have a collab at Walmart, and it was closed.
Absolutely.
Shit ate down.
I had a couple outfits from there.
I had a romper from that collection, and when I tell you,
was it red? And
it was like a denim-y kind of situation.
Because I had one too.
And I know that I could not fit no part of my body into that bitch now. But if Miley, if you're redo it and just drop the same shit. The shit has come back in style. Just drop it again. Did you see that the young bitches are selling wet seal tank tops on line for like $135? Like old wet seal jewel tank tops and all that shit. $135. I saw one on TikTok because I thought people was bullshitting. They're like, and what are these tops? Were these like popular at the time? Because they're so expensive on a Depop or whatever they call it. And it's like, that shirt cost $7 at
Don't tell me nothing else. Yeah. Honestly, you just pissed me off. Amanda Bynes used to have a clothing line at the store called Steve and Barry's. They didn't have one in the city. We had to drive to Athens to go to it because we heard it was really cute. She had some like skinny jeans. When skinny jeans were first getting popular, it was such a nice quality jeans. And you know what? One of the gay boys at my high school told me he was going to distress those because I got a tear and I was like, oh. He was like, well, I can rip your jeans for you. I was like, oh, that's when you would hire people to rip jeans for you. I never saw them jeans again.
And bleach sweatshirts and shit.
I never saw them fucking jeans again.
He robbed you.
He stopped. And what you gonna do with my jeans?
Where?
And I've been thick forever, so that was like a size 9 jeans. You can't fit these.
He was gonna wear them baggy. He was little.
He was skinny. But he wasn't able to fit that. Also, Hilary Duff had that With Love perfume. With love, 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 love. 10th grade.
You know who else's perfume is good and it smells like luxury?
Not J-Lo.
No. I'd never purchased anything from J-Lo but a romantic comedy. Now, she eats those
No, the perfumes back in the day was good.
I never smelled a J-Lo perfume that I can recall. Ponytail? Ariana Grande?
You thinking I had it on my dresser too? The one that smelled like Baccarat?
Miss Cloud? I'm going to wear me some Miss Cloud every single time.
I got that at the house.
I love me some Cloud. One of my funniest things of a product from a celebrity... Paula Deen. Now she had some fucking pots and pans.
If you think I don't have no Paula Deen pots in my house, you got
Paula Deen had some
pots and pans in them cookbooks. You think that ain't my motherfucking
ass? Now, is she a degenerate racist bitch? Yes. But them pots was potting and them pans was panning.
And if she would have came out with a butter back then, I would have bought it.
Let me tell you something. Honestly, I wish Paula Deen was smart enough to do her shit under like a shell corporation or another name and just float it, just whisper it on the wind that it was hers. Because honestly,
again, the same way sometimes misogyny is appropriate, racism has its place.
The Coca-Cola man calling us niggas, I'm pretty sure Papa John was Papa John and calling us all types of niggas.
Aunt Jemima, put her back on the bottle, bro.
Listen,
I don't care.
Aunt Jemima,
I don't like Pearl Milling Company. Put Aunt Jemima back.
Pearl Milling Company sounds more racist.
It does. It sounds like a plantation.
It sounds, because it is. And then they done took the little Indian girl off the butter. And that made me mad because
the Land O'Lakes.
Yes, okay, not India. Sorry, the native girl.
Sorry,
I'm so sorry.
That's worse.
I sound like my mama. I'm so sorry.
The engine.
They done took the little native girl off the box. Just because you take somebody off a box, don't mean you change the formula.
Just keep it.
Just if you go, and then they done took the little native girl off it, and then just left the river. So if you
who at the river?
Who is that? So when you look at the Land O'Lakes box, it looks like a person should be there. So I feel like they did that to be like, fuck y'all. Because people complained about the girl being on the box.
I feel like, you know how they took the mammy off Aunt Jemima and just made her like an auntie with afro? Give her a 27 piece. If she just has a short haircut, Aunt Jemima.
You know what I be buying
that
I just cannot look into because I know to be racist? Dixie grits. It being called Dixie, I already know if I scratch it, I'm gonna find some racism.
Some stuff you just gotta be ignorant about.
Them grits so good, like, and this good foundation, the best foundation to like grits. Even if you make good grits and you like doctor them up good, if your grits are trash, they're not gonna be good. That is some quality cheap ass grits right there.
Sure,
so good.
It's so funny because you just think about. You got to have a level of. I had to just dial back my own wokeness for my own peace of mind because it is a very miserable experience having to be right about everything. And
it is so miserable.
It's miserable. Like, I gotta stop standing on business because I'm not having fun no more. Like I'm not having a great time in life. So did you see what?
I never broke up with Papa John. Me and Papa John been going.
You just gotta choose what you're gonna be problematic about and then shut the fuck up about it. So you saw Wisdom did an outfit for everybody's country.
Yes.
And somebody retweeted, it was like, okay, now do it with brands from that country. And then somebody retweeted with one of the Michelle OK videos, was like, the friend that's too woke. Like, bitch, relax. And then you notice that because he's Nigerian, he didn't do a South African outfit.
If you from South Africa on my Twitter, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Oh, no.
Leave me alone. They be stressing me out so bad on Twitter, and then it be such egregious shit that the men be saying to you that you be like, who is talking to me like this? And then you go click it, and it's South Africa, and then you just feel bad for your South African sistren, because like, is this how these niggas are talking to y'all? Now our niggas ain't talking to us no better.
They not, but it's like it's a level of like misogyny in Africa is like a pure white cocaine kind of misogyny. Like that's straight from the fucking source.
They had that tweet where the guy was like, post a picture where your thighs were insane. Mind you, only 232 reposts, 1.6 thousand bookmarks. You niggas are going to hell. Okay? Disgusting. Yeah. But anyway, I posted the picture. It's me in my bathing suit. This one guy was like, this picture was supposed to be about thighs, not tits.
Did you want me to
was I supposed to take them off and put them in my backpack? What the fuck do you want from me, bitch? And what type of nigga complains about titties?
I thought y'all liked the way people act when Jada showed her titties on the timeline. I thought y'all liked titties and ass.
Are we tit forward or not? Are we pro tit or anti tit?
It's just so weird. Honestly, like again, it's very misogynistic over here. We're getting murdered and all the things every day. But cross that pond. Did you see the doctor got raped and murdered at the hospital?
And do you know niggas have been searching for footage of it? So that's what I learned today.
They got some kind of sick shit going on in India because remember they were trying to rape the news anchor on TV?
Yes.
They got some shit going on over
another lady said that, one of the news reporters over there said that she had been, and she was covering like food and shit, that she had been big art twice. Over that. And in my mind, not in a victim blaming way, but like me, the first big art, I'm going home. Like, I don't have no business over here.
That's what the loneliness epidemic is, or pandemic, honestly, is because they have gotten so feral and disgusting over there.
And it's also free Palestine till it's backwards. It's also happening in Gaza, where like they're having right to rape rallies. So they're outside
fighting for the right to
rape anybody. Of course women, but like just fighting for the right to be able to rape Palestinians. And it's women out there too. It's women out there at the rape. Like, my man should be able to go rape Palestinian ladies. And it's like, the world is just such a dark, disgusting place.
Ugh.
Anyway, that got dark.
Okay, we can wrap up.
I think we can.
We had an hour, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hour and what?
59 minutes and 60 seconds.
Look at it.
Let's just wrap up.
Let's just because I got a piece.
Wrap it up then. right. Like, subscribe, share, all
Follow
the things.
the Patreon, please join the Patreon.
House,
At this point, you all are supporting the podcast, and I don't mean that in a beggy way. I mean that in a grateful way. We are now at a point where like we're not stressed to do this. Thank you.
But more people get to get on the Patreon so we can have
more stuff. We want to have events. We want to do shit live. We want to all kinds of stuff. So thank you.
But we need the audience to follow.
We need the audience to buy the Patreon. So thank you so much. If you in a friend group and y'all all is shout out to Demetrius that I saw on the street. We got a broad audience, y'all. We got some white people. We got some gays. We got some white gays. I done seen some people in the grocery store that's like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what? And they're like, it's you. And I'm like, you're you. And then I realized it's about the podcast. Listen, thank y'all so much. And yeah, we love y'all. Bye.